Hey guys, so I decided to take apart my bike. I took off the fuel tank and the fairings and all that. The reason I did that is because my fuel gauge, when I filled it up, it would always go around, a little over half, even though it was a full tank. So that indicates a fuel sender issue, because it's rarely the gauge itself, because that only sees the voltage or the resistance that's being sent to it by the fuel sender. And I have the fuel sender right here. It's located right under the gas tank. It goes through there, and what it does, it measures the fuel level with a float. That little black cylinder tube, that's the float. And as this is sitting under the tank, as the fuel level raises, it raises the float, which in turn causes this arm to move. Let me just turn it around real quick. And if you can see, there is, try to get it focused there. If you can see, there's some wires. Each one of those, well, that whole wire set is connected to a resistor. And as the wires, as the arm moves, it changes that little brush thing. It glides along the wires, which changes the resistance values. And the resistance values go through this wire into the electrical system to the gauges. And as you can see, if I move this, let's say all the way down, your fuel level will go down. And as you move it the opposite way, you'll see the fuel gauge move up. So, before you purchase a new one, I would suggest opening it up if you can. Well, you're going to have to anyway if you're going to buy a new one. So, you might as well just open it up. Take a look at the wires. You can see how it's been worn down a little bit. That being worn down causes the arm not to make contact with the wires. And that's why at some levels you might not read a full level, or it'll read partial. So you want to, what I did, I just pressed that little arm down. It's hard to do with two hands, but this little arm, I just pushed it down a little bit so it can make better contact with those wires. I kind of sprayed the wires with a cleaner to clean them. And what seemed to be a faulty fuel sender for me, turns out it just wasn't making contact. And you might be that lucky too, so it's worth a shot. And I'm going to put it together and hopefully it still works. Alright, so I just want to show you guys how the fuel sending unit works. And basically this float reads the fuel level, changes the resistance. As you know, resistance changes voltage. The less voltage or current goes into the gauge, the higher or lower it'll show. So that's it. Have fun putting it back together. Hopefully it works out for you.